Well guys, I think I finally did it. I think I actually played the strangest mobile game ever. And yes, I know that's a powerful statement, but hear me out here. There are many mobile games that are pay to win, buggy, boring, auto, and whatever else you can think of under the sun, but I think I finally found something that actually trumps all of the aforementioned problems, and it's all found within this very, special game called Dawnbreak. Now, I won't beat around the bush. I won't tug your chain, I'll get to the point. But first, let me at least say that at its core, it isn't actually a bad game. Like, I'm being serious here. There's action combat, and it's even combo-based. The graphics and everything are all quite nice. A little basic, but I'll get to more of that in a moment. But in general, the game is promising. No PGR quality, but it is by no means bad, except for one little thing. See this right at the top of the screen? Yeah, that is an ad. Now, I'd simply close it and be done with it. It doesn't really bother me. But, well, here's the kicker, it never closes. Even if you click the little close button, all it does is stop the ad from displaying, but the square or rectangle still stays. So it's still technically blocking your screen. And that's not even the end of this. The game is filled with so many ads, it's actually quite laughable. Like, they're not even trying to hide it at this point, and they just said, fudge it. Let's just not hide the fact that we want your money, put it everywhere, and that will definitely get them. Gotta give him credit for at least being obvious, I guess. Well, you know, maybe not, because eventually it even wore down my patience, and I will sit through ads to get gems in games because I don't have a life. This game makes me feel as though I have a life. Now, this isn't even where this very strange story ends, but at least let me return to some of the positive aspects of the game before we continue down this adverse train. Dawnbreak at its core is an action RPG where you complete levels whilst following along the story with the three main characters: a katana-wielding badass, a gunslinger, and the only reason why I made it through to chapter 2, this beautiful waifu right here. Oh, and a fairy that you can pet, which is nice, I guess, but I'm not really interested in getting the FBI to raid my house, if they can make it all the way down to Australia, that is, but I won't put it past them. Nevertheless, as mentioned before, the premise of the game is actually pretty solid. The combat is similar to that of the Warriors series, as in square, triangle for a combo, or in this game's case, tapping double A and then B. Everything is quite smooth, from dodging and attacking, and it even has animated 2D models. Granted, there isn't much in terms of class variation besides the three mentioned characters, but it was fun fighting through the plethora of monsters, bosses, and levels. It felt similar to, if any of you remember, the game called Critica, albeit a ad-filled Critica. Now back to the adverse, known as Dawnbreak, because if a permanent ad in front of your face wasn't enough, every single time you load within this game, there is an ad before it. Not during the loading screen. I'm saying before you load, there's an ad. I kid you not. You don't even get anything from it. It's just, yay, you finished a level? Well, here you go, here's an ad. Oh, and if that wasn't bad enough, once you load into the game, the Opie Lolly reminds you that you can watch ads to gain items. I mean, what? What about the ads that I'm forced to see when I load? Do I gain something for that too? Sheesh, I feel as though I should be getting gems for this. Or something special. Now, being honest, I really would have recommended this game for its combat and the lack of auto features found within it. Plus, it's anime inspired. What's there not to like? There's even Japanese voice acting. It's perfect. Well, it would have been perfect. But man, the ads are just so over the top, it sours everything within this game. But I suffered to chapter 2 to at least see if the ads would disappear or if the game would get better, or something would at least change. But no, it's still the same, nothing actually changed within the game. Now, something that I personally found funny that I would like to mention also was the fact that when you look at the Google Play Store and see the images for this game, at the top of the screen there's an auto button. Yeah, you can't even access that button thanks to the ad that's blocking it. So even if you wanted to auto this game, you literally can't. You can't even auto this game. It's kind of hilarious. So to summarize, this game could have actually been pretty fun to sink your time into. Even if it's basic, even if it's not the best game out there, it could have been something fun to waste some time on. But with all of the over-the-top ads when loading and the perpetual blocking of my screen, it's just a no-go on so many levels, even if I had fun. So yeah, I think I finally did it, guys. I found the strangest mobile title out there. It's not an Autopath game, it's not an idle game, it's Adception.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it.